Hello, happy fall, everybody. So, woo, it's fall. And so that means one of two things. It means it's time for fall decorations. Boom, I'm decorated for fall. And it's also time for Thanksgiving. And apparently I can't really help you with decorating so much, so I will help you with Thanksgiving so that you don't overeat on Thanksgiving, because it drives me crazy that people are still overeating on Thanksgiving when they don't have to. There's so many things that you could do and not do to help prevent that from happening, so you can enjoy your Thanksgiving with your loved ones and still feel awesome in your body afterwards. So here are my 10 do's and don'ts. Please stay tuned. I want to know which one you feel is your favorite, which one you may already do naturally, or what is a new thing, a tip that you learned. So let's start at the beginning. Maybe the most important tip is tip number 1, which is do not skip meals. I know it can be really tempting to save yourself for that special meal. I have certainly done this myself. However, what if I told you that saving yourself for that special meal is actually setting you up to overeat? Probably wouldn't do it, right? But that's the reason why most people are overeating on Thanksgiving. They have these great intentions to enjoy that special meal. They're saving themselves for it. They're getting too hungry because they're not having breakfast or those other meals, and more likely to overeat. So tip number 2 is do plan to eat your regular meals throughout the day. Stay well hydrated. Coming to the family event, or when you're hanging out with your friends, slightly hungry is preferred as opposed to feeling famished, because when you're feeling famished, you're less likely to have control, more likely to overeat. So, which brings us to tip number 3, which is do not pack your day with errands and commitments. I know, finally, you have a day off and there's less traffic. Amen. However, you have the day off, so take it off. Use it as a time to relax and to relax and stay calm. Because when you pack your day with errands, this may cause more overwhelm and franticness. So when you're coming home to be with your family at the end of the day, or coming to this event at night to celebrate Thanksgiving, that franticness and that drained energy may actually be taken out on food. So instead, tip number 4 is to find a way to connect. So connection is important. So whether you're connecting with a buddy who is also, wanting to have, staying connected with their bodies and, staying comfortable in their bodies during Thanksgiving, you could connect with another person. But just as importantly, if not more importantly, is take some time on Thanksgiving to connect with yourself, to connect with your body, to do something that you feel is centering and calming to you. So this might mean journaling, or going for a walk, or doing some meditation. It's important to be connected with yourself when you arrive to these big parties, because you're less likely to use food to help you get through it. You're less likely to engage in compulsive eating. Tip number 5, so you're at the party, you served your plate, do not save the best for last. I mean, I know I've certainly done this, but what happens when you save the best for last? You may already be feeling full or satisfied, but because that tahdig is there for you, or whatever your favorite part of the meal is waiting for you, you might push beyond the point of fullness just to include it anyway. So this is problematic, because when you save the best for last, you're more likely to overeat to include it. So what you do want to do is you actually want to include your favorites as part of the meal, so you're not compelled to overeat at the end. So tip number 6 is do strategize your choices. What I like to do is take a look around, see what options are available, and pick my favorites. I actually strategize my plate. I like to create something beautiful, so I could really enjoy my food and also get a nice balance of the nutrition that I want. Some people might ask, well, what about pumpkin pie? And if you're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with me, you better be thinking about the pumpkin pie, because that's what I'm baking. yeah, you might want to keep some space, save some room so at the end of the meal, you don't feel like you're violating yourself or violating your body by pushing past the point of fullness to include that as well. Tip number 7 is do not check out. It could be so easy to check out at these types of events because of the football, or checking your phone or being on social media. And this could be problematic because when you're checked out, you're more likely to, eat mindlessly, which is more likely to cause overeating. So instead, what you want to do is you do want to check in. You want to check in to your senses to really enjoy the flavors of this holiday, the aromas, the texture in your mouth. Like tune into all of your senses, and also tune into your body. This is really key, to tune into your body, because as you're tuned into your body, you'll be more likely to feel your satisfaction, and when you feel your satisfaction, it'll be a lot easier to stop. So tip number 9 is do not forget to have fun. I know a lot of my clients have a love-hate relationship with this holiday. They love Thanksgiving because of its family and there's food around, and they hate this holiday because there's family and there's food around. So take some time for Thanksgiving to reconnect with gratitude, things that you love, whatever brings you pleasure. And if you're not with your family, and you're spending the day alone, take some time to do something that you love. After all, you have the day off. And so tip number 10, which may be maybe the second most important tip of everything I'm talking about here, is to actually implement the things that I talk about, or your favorite tip here that I talked about. Because if you're just watching this and you don't use any of these tools, well, that's just entertainment, right? And although I know I could be very entertaining, that's not the point of this. So pick one of the things that I talked about in this 10 do's and don'ts of Thanksgiving, and pick one that you want to follow through with and commit to. So that's all about Thanksgiving and overeating. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please feel free to comment below of what you feel the most important tip is, or what you want your friends to know about preventing overeating on Thanksgiving. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you want more information like this, I have a free ebook on my website called Stop Overeating Now that has even more tips and tools on how not to overeat. And again, my website is www.vitamineve.com. Again, that is vitamineve.com. Thanks so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.